done. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all. We on the go. Calls ready, cash, you already know. We got it all. We on the go. Calls ready, cash, always ready. When you're ready, let's go.
Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are.
Welcome back to WFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. First, on the local scene, the Embassy of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela in St. Vincent and the Grenadines invites all citizens to sign the Book of Condolences in tribute to the heroes and martyrs who fell in Venezuela on January 3, 2026. They gave their lives in defense of the sovereignty of the Bolivarian Republic during the illegal military aggression against Bolivar's homeland, which left more than 100 persons dead, a similar number wounded, and resulted in the kidnapping of President Nicolas Maduro. The diplomatic mission will receive visitors to sign the Book of Condolences from today, January 13th to Friday, January 16th, 2026, at the embassy headquarters located in Ratomil between the hours of 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Vincentians Moet Games, Denroy Barker, and Kenran Daniel have retained their FIFA match official accreditation for 2026, maintaining their standing among CONCACAF's elite officials. The trio, comprising referee Moet Games and assistant referees Denroy Barker and Kenran Daniel, remain on the official FIFA list under the CONCACAF Federation. Games and Barker were first appointed to the FIFA list in 2014, while Daniel received his initial appointment in 2015, reflecting more than a decade of sustained excellence and consistency at the highest level. Their continued retention for 2026 highlights SVG's growing reputation for producing match officials capable of meeting FIFA's demanding standards, both technically and professionally. Still on the local scene, the Modern Port Operating Company, MPOC, made a donation of milk to the Ministry of Family and Gender Affairs, Persons with Disabilities, Occupational Safety and Labor during a brief handing over ceremony held yesterday. The donation was officially presented by Chief Executive Officer of MPOC, Carl James, and accepted on behalf of the ministry by Minister Lavon Gibson-Velox. In brief remarks, James said the donation made on behalf of the management, board, and staff as a contribution to the important work carried out by the ministry. The minister expressed sincere appreciation to MPOC for the timely donation, noting that the ministry serves some of the most vulnerable groups across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including families and school children. She also thanked the Modern Port Operating Company for the generous gesture and expressed hope that the ministry would continue to be considered for similar support in the future. On to news in the region. Police in Barbados have identified the victim shot and killed in Wooding Beach on Friday night as 52-year-old Andre Brian Paris. Paris was identified by a relative as having no fixed place of residence and formerly of number 9 Fairholme Gardens, Maxwell Christchurch. Police said they received a report of gunshots in the Wooding, Christchurch area. Officers responded and found the lifeless body of a male lying on the beach. Medical assistance was summoned, and a doctor later visited the scene and pronounced the man dead. Investigations into the incident continues. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has announced 2 significant reforms to its Citizenship by Investment (CBI) program, aimed at strengthening security and attracting credible investors. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew unveiled the measures, confirming that the program will now include a residency requirement for investors and a system for collecting biometric data from potential citizens worldwide. These measures are part of a broader effort by the government since 2022 to repair the reputation of the CBI program, which faced criticism for underselling and other concerns. Under Drew's leadership, the program has seen a series of reforms, including raising the minimum investment, strengthening due diligence procedures, ensuring transparency, and converting the CBI unit into a statutory body for proper oversight. Also, St. Kitts and Nevis has spearheaded the establishment of the Eastern Caribbean Citizenship by Investment regulatory framework, which modernizes and safeguards the sector. On the international scene, the BBC will file a motion to dismiss U.S. President Donald Trump's lawsuit over how his January 6, 2021 speech was edited in a Panorama documentary. The U.S. president filed a U.S. $5 billion lawsuit in a Florida court last month, accusing the BBC of defamation and of violating a trade practices law. Court papers filed on Monday show the broadcaster will argue the Florida court lacks personal jurisdiction over the BBC, the court venue is improper, and that Trump has failed to state a claim. The BBC has previously apologized to President Trump over the edit, but rejected his demands for compensation and disagreed there was a basis for a defamation claim. Finally, in sports, Michael Carrick has agreed to become Manchester United's interim head coach, and former England assistant manager Steve Holland is said to be his number 2. Carrick agreed to a deal on Monday night. Manchester United sacked Ruben Amorim after 14 months on January 5th, and Darren Fletcher took charge as caretaker boss for 2 matches. Carrick will be in the dugout for Saturday's Premier League derby against Manchester City at Old Trafford. This has been WeFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Shanika Stapleton. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WeFM's 3 p.m. news. WeFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Just for you at Quartz Optical. Get 15% off. When you bring in your prescription from any other eye care provider, we'll give you 15% off the cost of your frames and lenses. So visit us today and get 15% off. Offer valid on cash and credit purchases. Conditions apply. See in-store for details. Quartz Optical. Value you can